Welcome back to another shiur of Money Matters. Again, the shiur is Il Nishmat Rachalea Bat Reb Chaim Tzvi. We're carrying on with Mekach Taut, with a faulty sale. Today I want to start by discussing compensation for a defect. Very often people that have bought faulty products want compensation. They don't necessarily want to get their money back. They just want to be compensated. According to the halachot, there is no option for compensation. As we mentioned before in the previous year when we started Mekach Taut, a faulty sale, in the case of a Mekach Taut, of a faulty sale, the whole sale is totally invalid. So it's not possible to make compensation. It's just not an option. Now, it's not an option according to the halakha. If the two sides between themselves decide that they just want compensation to be paid, then that's fine. They can make any agreement they like between the two of them. But if one of them wants to stand on his right that money should be returned, the whole thing should be batel, then they can do that, because that is the ikar halakha, that the whole sale is invalid, no compensation. Now, that is not true in every case. That is true with a major defect. Where there's a subsidiary defect, a defect that is not considered, that the product that you bought is not the same product, in such a case, the seller must fix the defect if it's fixable. If it's not fixable, he must take it back. But if it's fixable, if it's something that can be fixed, he should just fix it, and the sale is invalid. The example of this is in a tshuva of the Rosh. There was a case in the time of the Rosh that came before the Rosh of a house that had been sold. The house was sold in a distant place. The people that were doing the buying and selling were in a different location from the location of the house. Now they were sitting in the office and finalizing the deal between them. It turned out that before the finalization of the deal, vandals had entered the property and smashed windows and broken down some of the walls, dividing walls, not serious foundation walls, dividing walls in the house. So the question was, is this a Mekach Taut? Because at the time of sale, the house was damaged. Is it a Mekach Taut that the whole sale is invalid? Or is this just something, what we would call a mum over, something you can just have fixed? And it's not something that either side can demand that the sale should be invalid. Let's say, for example, the price of property soared, or it was found out that there was some plans for building other things, for building shopping centres or whatever, that were going to cause this property to go up in value. The seller wants to get out of the deal now. He wants to turn back the deal. He says, I'm sorry, the windows were broken. It's a Mekach Taut. It's a full sale. I just give you back your money, thank you very much. And he's going to go and make money out of someone else. A lot more money in selling the property to someone else, because the price has gone up. In this case of the Rosh, where all they'd done was broken windows, unhinged doors, and knocked down walls that were not foundation walls, just dividing walls inside the house, Paskin the Rosh, that this thing does not invalidate the sale. This is called a mum over. It's something that can be fixed. The seller, of course, has to fix it straight away, and at all his expense, and get the property back to its perfect condition. But neither side can demand that they should get their money back in such a case, because it's only a subsidiary, a minor defect. That's going to be the same in many other cases. The principle which the Rosh says is, wherever this thing as this house is still considered a house, it's not now a demolished house, it's not now a hovel, but it's a house. So therefore the sale is still valid, and the seller has to fix the defects. We can take this into other things where you bought a car and there was a problem with the brakes, a problem which can be fixed very easily. So that would be something that the seller would just be expected to fix. and it wouldn't invalidate the sale. Whereas chassis damage, which is a major problem, that would invalidate the sale, and you wouldn't be able to claim that it's something that can be fixed because it can't be fixed. Okay. Now we're going to have to also discuss what is Bechlal a defect. If you, again, let's go back to the cars. If you with a car, if you have a small scratch on an old car that you're buying, it's not the sort of thing that people are makpid about. People aren't particular. Normal people are not particular about a little scratch on an old second-hand car, or a little dent on an old second-hand car. On a brand new car, they would be particular about it. And if you bought a new car and you found a scratch on it, you don't expect to find a scratch on it, and there